Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk a little bit about business entities like corporations, partnerships, LLC, and talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of each form. The most common form of business ownership is not using an entity at all. It's forming a sole proprietorship, which basically is you personally operating your own business. An advantage to a sole proprietorship, it's simple, it's easy to do, it is low cost. A disadvantage is you have no liability protection. You could get sued and have to pay personally. Another common form of business ownership is a partnership, a limited or a general partnership in which partners own the entity and they receive the income flowing through to them individually. A partnership can be easy to form or it can be very complicated. It can provide limited liability or general liability. Generally, the tax flow will go through to you personally. Consult a professional to know the right choice. A limited liability company, or LLC, is like a cross between a partnership and a corporation. You have limited liability, but you also have the flow through to you personally for your tax purposes. A limited liability company is a separate entity. Often you have a federal employer ID number and it operates very similar to a company. But you're going to have individual flow through of your taxation to you personally. A corporation is a formal business entity. You have a board of directors, you have an officer such as CEO, president, secretary, and you must follow these formalities in order to comply with state regulations. A corporation is a favored entity for those trying to raise capital because there's many different ways that you can issue the stock. It has limited liability and it's a very viable long-term entity. Quick review: a sole proprietorship never limits your liability. A general partnership does not limit liability, but a limited one does for limited partners. A LLC and a corporation both limit your liability. It's an exciting time when you start a new business, but it's very important to pick the correct entity. Give us a call and set up a free consultation. We'd like to make sure that you do this in the best way possible.